Zoomi's prayers. From whence have you come to us? Let our mind be filled to overflowing with the thought of God. You are the one supreme reality, from whom all other things derive their significance. Our history is fully shaped in you, the high one that inhabits eternity. We're each given purpose to form our own religion, without rubric or doctrine, but only with our person knowing your person. It will be an endless forwardness of high holy walking, from your Alpha to Omega. We somewhat know your beginnings among us, and the middle moments of our own history, then to be part of the end, which is no end. Have we formed a deep impression of your infinite majesty and absolute sovereignty? We will find the awfulness of divine justice and the unworthiness and sinfulness of ourselves. From whence have you come to us? Not from some partial seclusion, but from the unapproachable recesses of your heavenly sanctuary. Where is your heavenly glory? It is everywhere. Yet your holiness is shielded from our lying eyes. We live in an age when all things of a man are lifted up, his choice of gender and proper right to violence, the harboring of all his moments to himself. We speak of village life but have none. Speak of freedom and let it spill out in tolerance of all things, formerly known to be destructive to our person and being, and to our society. The things which were known have become unknown. If we sit quietly with ourselves for a moment, our inner life, the reality and mode and condition of our own existence, reveal themselves to us. In this we have your image, that we shall know and be known. We are small, insignificant, weak, and transitory. Contrasted to your infinity of all attributes and your eternal being, you allow yourself to condescend to bend down, despite our failings, to the humble in spirit and contrite in heart. In this, it was necessary we be shown, and were shown. Isaiah, who peered in upon your holiness, saw coming down to us your fullness. And 700 years before, a dialogue was struck, in which we are invited to consider you and to know you. Israel does not know, my people does not consider. In them and in us, worship, conscience is asleep, and we, unadmittedly, are drenched in wickedness. We are compelled to think by the very voice of God. Who else are called your people? It is a high statement. We are not worthy, yet are invited to come contritely to you. Come and we will reason together. It is a terrible necessity upon men to yield to that mysterious power which says to us, think. Let our own lives pass before us in moral judgment, a debate without closure. Forgotten things will not be forgotten. We are compelled to repeat to ourselves things about which we desire to be silent, and to listen to what we do not wish to hear. The sea returns to its shore. We are that sea. With the sailor, this is called the tide. With the guilty, it is called remorse. You, God, upheave the soul as well as the ocean. We have not seen, and yet our lives have ridden upon the ever-returning and resistless tide of prophecy. Revelation is not magical, but rational and moral. Religion is a reasonable intercourse between one intelligent being and another. You work upon man first through conscience, the increase of which is laid from thousands of years ago. Moses in the Pentateuch, Isaiah and others in the thousands of years thereafter. Though we have a silenced conscience and are steeped in a stupidity worse than ox or ass, you do not leave us alone. Do you so, we will be alone to everlastingness, never knowing you. We are on trial, dragged before the austerity and incorruptibleness of nature. The assessors of the Lord are not the temple, church, or law, but heaven and earth. Grand moral fundamentals of the universe, purity, order, and obedience to God. We reply to this saying, we're no worse than others. Our loves have to be argued out, not with the world, but with you. If we are silent, even our thoughts are not our own. You think them for us. Yours is an insistent voice. Its effect is universal. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. Amen.